Hello guys, this is Vijana wa Sasa show with me, Sandra, if you may wish, Karembo, and my co-host,
Tamara.
So on our today's topic, we're going to discuss on depression. Feel free to interact with us on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and with all that said, I hope you're doing good and have been good. Karibu. Tamara, how was your weekday?
Oh my, weekend. No, it was a weekday.
Weekend.
But it was still a weekday because I was working. Weekend was, oh my God. Tea for ta. It was too busy. I was here when we were doing our show, of course, on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sundays, we go up and down. Yeah, and then it meant that my weekend was I don't know what happened, but it was good. Yeah.
For me, my weekend was deputy parenting. Yes, I took my siblings for some school shop. Unajua wanarudi shule, so nikawapeleka for some shopping, kapesa kidogo, nikawapeleka ka treat. Big sister, you know. So, anyways, our today's topic, we're going to talk about depression. We're going to look into what is depression, what causes depression, how we can deal with depression. You get? So our first question or our first point will be on what is depression. For me, nitasema depression is that feeling of sadness. That feeling of sadness where sahi uko sawa, kidogo uko, any moods are changing, unaona? So you are sad, alafu a lot of things are running through your mind. Definitely lazima kuna kitu imekutrigger, si ndio? So yeah, I can give that as my explanation of depression.
Okay. Now, okay, for me, my understanding of depression is more or less similar to yours, because I feel like depression is just that mental state where you're just sad, you feel deprived, you feel you're low, you don't know what's happening to you. Then you're just there, and it tends to like affect a lot of things, both intrinsic and externally. Yani, unaona mtu akisemangile statement ya nasikia
sijui aje. That's actually a feeling.
Yeah, so both I don't know how it's like some clinical depression, but I think it's also like in the same line. You're 2.8 and you go to it's like a mental feeling of sadness.
Yeah.
Deep, you know. It's something you feel. It's hard to explain.
Yeah. So, doing some research hapa na pale, I got this point. It says depression, a feeling of sadness and loss of interest, which stops you from doing your normal activities. Okay. It says which stops you from doing your normal activities. Okay, maybe for some, but some people wakishikwa na depression, they like wanakuwa overactive, like they do things mingi, ni kama, how will I put it, yani umezoea huyo mtu hafanyi kitu, like huyo mtu hutempata sijui amefanya, lakini hiyo siku ako depressed, mtu atafanya kazi, yani atachapa tu job, afanye hii, ashike hii, akuwe huko, akuwe, as in I guess maybe atapata ile asifikirie sana, I guess. So it's easy to notice huyu mtu hapana, there's something inamsumbua, like hakuangi hivi, so how comes all of a sudden ati ako busy, ati anafanya everything, unaona? So I'll say like that, see ati something that distracts you from, of which it does, but ati it does not ati stops you from doing your normal activities.
Oh, it does.
It does.
It does affect you because you know, when you're talking about depression, like my understanding of depression. Okay, first of all, like the important thing, before we dive into what happens, what causes, you know, the depression, you to get like into a state of depression. No, which you do like it's a lot of things, you know, from work to family to just your personal stuff, you know. And what it does, it drains you. Physically, it drains you mentally, you know. Like it reaches a point you hutaki kufanya anything. Like when you are depressed, you will see someone who's depressed. You don't want to do anything. Probably you don't want to clean your room. And you find doing small things a task. You know, you don't want to clean your room. Some people don't even shower. Like and then unajua kuna ile nikwambie because you know when you're talking about nowadays it's all about like being open. It's all about being bold. You know, sometimes it reaches reaches a point you tell yourself, no, I'm done with these things, like depression, no, we're saying no to depression. Then you are more to changamka, you know, now you wake up, you become overactive, so you're cleaning your room, you're probably cleaning the house, because most people, like, unajipatanga you start doing something to keep yourself busy, you distract. But then the next day you find yourself, you're back to the same loop, like you're back to maybe shutting yourself in your room, you're back to you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to see people, you don't want to engage people, you know. So I don't know about the being hyperactive or being overactive bit, but all I know that is always like a
way,
coping mechanism.
a way to distract yourself.
Oh yes, a way to
I get.
distract yourself.
So karibu we change this expression, lakini we are not going to change anything. Wacha ikae venye iko. Hiyo ni story yake. Hii ni story ya mwenye alitoa, isn't it? So since we are talking about vijana wa sasa, how do you think the youth hii depression imewaffect aje? How has this depression affected the youth? In what way?
Most definitely kwa njia mingi. Let's just give you that, like right now, even if you look at statistics worldwide, a lot of youth actually being affected by mental health issues, you know. And the outcome mostly in Akwanga, they get into like drug abuse and drug misuse, you know. The other outcome in Akwanga, people even end up like committing suicide, especially for the boy child, you know. Because number one, when you're depressed, as you say, you don't. Most people who are depressed, if you interact with them, they don't like interaction. Start with that. So if you interact with them, not less that they keep to themselves. They'll really tell you what's going on.
They put you off.
Yeah, they put you off, you know. And then akuja affect what to. And this, I'm not saying as a professional. I'm not a professional in that field. If you're not professionals, we're just speaking out of personal experiences and who we've interacted with, you know, and also research. So there's that bit. There's also the bit of ukiangalia, for example, if you're in school, if you're studying, whether you're a teenager or you're a young adult, like you tend to start underperforming. You tend to start underperforming, which is a great effect. Your head is not even in the book. So when you try to read that concentration, like there's nothing, hakuna kitu, you know. So you find yourself underperforming in school. Most other people always also find themselves engaging in violent behaviors, like fighting, or just engaging in some weird things so as to attract attention. There are points mingi sana.
Points mingi sana. But I can add on this. It's not, or it is. Kuna point yenye a youth might be depressed. Depressed. Unapata this guy only laughs, as in, like, uko poa? No, hivyo tu. So like, before ujue, this person is a quiet, this person is a quiet person, sindio? So like, uko poa? Niko poa, as in, akona two less words. No. So this quiet person, hutaijua akiwa depressed. Ama hutaijua the reason as to why this person is depressed. Kumbuka huyu mtu tumempata shule, huyu mtu tumempata maybe job, as youth unajua wako kila mahali, ako job, ako shule, maybe hata kwa plot, maybe you're living the same, but ushazoea mtu anakuanga ever quiet, but you don't know. So mimi ukiniuliza mbona mtu ako quiet, tutasema ati ako hivyo, maybe aliumbwa hivyo, but no, this person is depressed. So kuna hiyo yenye mtu anakuambia uko poa. So yeye kazi yake maybe ni kucheka, kusmile and everything finishes there. So hutaijua ku depressed. Kumbe ukichunguza vizuri, that guy is depressed. So si kila mtu utaona amenyamaza useme ameumbwa hivyo. No, there are people who are going through things in their lives na hawasemi. Unaona, wamenyamaza. Haya, ingine ni gani?
I could pick in the workspace.
Workspace.
For example, yeah. Unajua, for example, and how you're working, unaona. Especially when you are a young adult, there's a lot of pressure, unaona. Number one, from home they want you to black tax manuals, like you have to give back, probably like the way you say, take care of your siblings, you know, and stuff like that. So when you get to work, also a lot of work pressures at work, or you need money, or you need to do like, I don't know, 5-6 jobs so that you can get some money. So you find yourself that you end up being depressed, you know. And we've seen a lot of people even like end up committing suicide, as you said. An example of Robin Williams, if you know Robin Williams, he's a very like clear example of people who were victims of mental health issues, you know, and they ended up like committing suicide or ending their lives. Robin Williams is a really great comedian, by the way. I knew him from watching Miss Doubtfire when I was a kid. When you come to Kenya, you've seen a lot of comedians, you know, talk about how they get into depression, you know, some end their lives. There's a time we were talking with we had a conversation with it was actually at an event we attended, and we met with called Kolo. Was it Kolo? Frasha, yes.
The musician.
Yeah, Frasha the musician. And he was telling us how easy, especially if you're a young adult and artist, it is to get into depression, especially to alcoholism and depression, you know. Because number one, as I keep on preaching, it's easy to be available, you know, especially if you're working in the entertainment industry, they're available. Booze is available because after all, who are the sponsors? Companies that deal with alcohol. But when we compare to opportunity for excessive consumption, you know, sometimes you find yourself, even if you have your problems, you know, you are thinking that for events, I'm gonna unwind, really evil, but you're just slowly marinating your problems, you know. Before you know it, oh, you're an addict, you're battling addiction, you're also battling depression. You know, when you're part of what? Some really bad boys. Before you know it, number one, you're not coming to work, then you start finding excuses not to come. Oh, I'm sick today or tomorrow. You even start killing your grandparents. You know, like, oh, budango
I know.
But in real sense, it's the fact that you sit down at a place in a dark room and you're like, I do not feel like interacting with anyone. I do not feel like working. I do not feel like performing. So now facts because they're combined. Not one, a good producer. All of a sudden, there's already a presenter who killed himself.
And they actually go saying ati huyu mtu, maybe they just come up with a very silly story. Kumbe mtu hajui anaumia ndani. Yeah, I know.
So for the work, it affects a lot. Even if you are a freelancer, unajipata, oh, you're just not performing because you don't even have the will. No, you don't have the motive. Yani wewe uko tu.
Aya, tunaweza sema pia depression comes with peer pressure. Like, can they like get into each other's and connect in this way? Let's say I am napenda stories za watu wako wapole. So this is a person, youth, naenda university, right? And if you university, I get these people dress well. When nimezoea kuvaa nikiwa huko mashambani ama mashinani, is not the same way people dress in university, right? So I get that ile peer pressure, like nafaa kwenda soko, nafaa kununua sijui this skirt, nafaa kununua this shoes, nafaa kununua this trouser and this and this and this. So since I don't have the money, I get depressed. You see where it's a peer pressure, then it leads to you get it. So naweza pia sema the causes of depression, you can also say peer pressure. Okay, in short, lifestyle. Like ile lifestyle unataka kuishi sio yako, like you are forcing to do something that is not you. So it's giving you peer pressure, leading to what? Depression, right?
Yeah, because sometimes you're going to think always afford. No. But along spanga ipo whoever came up with the phrase ipo had a meaning to it. Like kuna siku hapo Twitter.
Itafika to someday.
But if you find yourself in that position, oh, me I'm single, Sandra has this
and this and I don't have.
Now you start sitting down and start thinking about my problems. And then the ile umbako anaanza question, why was I born? Like where I was born, my family, why was born budango madango nilikuwa daktari.
Even people end up saying ati mimi Mungu sahi akaniuliza nataka kuzaliwa kwa familia gani, nitasema tu ya president. Nitasema tu president tu. Okay, also we can say depression is caused by sickness. Hormonal imbalance. Yeah. What is hormonal imbalance? Like, like if a young girl is growing, anakuwa na pimples kwa uso, anakuwa na changes in the body. Hiyo pia inaweza leta depression. Juu atasema, una venye my friends wako na clear skin, ani wako nasema flawless. They have a flawless, I don't know, okay, I have a flawless skin and stuff. So mimi niko na pimples kwa uso. So I'll get depressed juu umejaribu mafuta hii, it's not working. Umejaribu sabuni hii na hii, it's not working. Umejaribu mpaka nasikia sijui kuna miti sijui nini, you bonda, you boil and what. Nothing is working for you, sindio? So you get depressed. Hii itakupea depression, like itakufanya hadi self esteem itashuka. hiyo ni point nyingine, self-esteem itashuka pia, you get? So depression, self-esteem, hiyo zote zinashuka. Lakini all in all yote utakuwa depressed. Hadi hutakuwa na ile nguvu ya unaenda shule like you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to look at people. Uko depressed inside, eh? Like you don't do your things the way you used to do kitambo, like vitu zimechange. Tangu uone watu wako different na wewe.
Oh yes. I think that we can link it to, we start with one is insecurities, which lead to low self-esteem, which leads to depression.
So they link each other.
Oh yes, they link each other.
Also in sickness, we can say these people like the disabled, like the nasikianga wanaitwa the PWDs, people with disabilities, right? Mtu anaweza kuwa akona like disability, so hiyo kitu imweke chini sana, it can cause, you'll be feeling sad like I can't walk. People are walking, that's also going to result to depression. Also pia tunaweza sema now let's go to family matters. Youths tumesema tunaongelea from 15 to 30. People get married hapo around 25 to 30 ama 20 what ama hata 15. Unaona? Mtu anajipata in that situation. So umeolewa like you've stayed like for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years ama 10, then you end up getting a divorce. Things go south, mpate divorce. Unaona? So itakuletea depression.
Almost definitely, yes. Because sometimes I'm not yet married. I know you're also not married, but we've seen this thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes even when you get into relationships, you give your all.
Yeah.
Like where wajipa 100%. Like you give yourself 100%. And when it reaches a point where that 100% is not like reciprocated or things go south, then it tends to put you down, like in a certain ditch. And you feel sometimes the relationship ends and then someone just stays in depression for even years before they come out of it. But before God, let me just go back to the point of PWDs. And it's just, before I forget what I wanted to say, I just want to say that disability is not inability. Number one. And my greatest motivation when it comes to PWDs is he has no hand, he has no feet, but the man makes things happen. He makes things happen. He doesn't let who he is define who he actually is. Yes, now we can go back to the point of family that we were talking about. Also, when you talk about family, sometimes in Akwanga, because I was reading somewhere, sometimes depression can be genetic. Funny enough. Yeah, if someone had it in your family, for example, with your dad, it could trickle down to you. But because we are not health experts, we'll probably I don't know, we'll probably have a health expert next time. We'll do that. But I actually read that. I was reading a certain document. I was reading about depression and saying that sometimes it can be genetic. It trickles down from if someone in your family was depressed, then it trickles down to you. How it relates genetically, I don't know. But for family, that was not even what I wanted to say. I want to say about past traumas, like family trauma. Sometimes there's a sababisha to also get into that point. Probably if you grew up in a family of violent people, they're probably so like people. But sana hiyo kwa watoto wadogo, because sometimes you can speak up, speak up. Moso, let me say moso firstborn. Moso firstborn. Say it again loud.
Moso firstborns, by the way, moso firstborns, huyu mtu atasema ama anatakuwa anataka kitu, then anaona akiambia mzazi wake anasema wewe kwani uone uko na mandugu, ni wewe nitafanyia ama nitafanyia yule mwingine. Unaona hiyo kitu inamfanya anakuwa hapana. Alafu the moment anataka kitu, hiyo kitu inamkujia kwa akili. Anasema sasa nikisema mama wangu ataniambia hivi, atanishow hivi. So that person akiona kitu, hiyo kitu kwanza inamhita, anakuwa kwanza depressed, aone kama atafanya nini. Unaona? Haya, we can also say failure among youths. Tuseme this guy ama lady amekuwa akisoma. Sana unajua sometimes hata kusoma pia inaletanga depression. Guy, yani umekuwa ukisomea hii test, yani unajua mimi nikienda nikubomoa, like I am passing this thing. Unaona? Alafu ufanye mtihani, portal ni nani? Unafungua ukiangalia. Kinakoramba, yani unaona kabisa hii nayo imeenda tu hivyo. Aya pia we can also say failure in youth. Tuseme there's this story ilikuwa, was it this year or was it last year ya Magic Enga? sijui ilipatikana, I was it in Mombasa, the coastal regions, wakisema watu wakisema ako na depression, okay, I never understood the story very well, but I know watu walikuwa wamesema he was depressed. Juu hiyo picha niliona, sijui ilikuwa Nairobi Gossip, hiyo picha niliona he was seated in like a mango tree, a coconut tree, I'm not sure, but alikuwa na kadi, hiyo alikuwa tuna come to depress. No. So in a way, like, you are trying to do something, it does not go the way you want, ama umekuwa ukiinvest in something alafu inaenda vibaya, you get depressed. Kama yeye tujuni ilikuwa, okay, I guess ni juu alikuwa producer, Magic Senga ama alikuwa, yeah, I guess alikuwa producer. So maybe you never know nini ilienda hapo, akaenda kukaa huko coastal regions, and I don't know why he went to, ama ni ameachwa. Unajua ile nyimbo ya Rivani, nimeachwa staki tena, ameenda kwa kupungwa sijui na upepo wa bahari. So maybe the depression took him where? To kwa upepo wa bahari.
You've actually mentioned something about magic, that unajua pia we need to draw, okay, before I continue, we need to draw the line between sometimes feeling bad, feeling low, and actually being depressed. Because a lot of people misuse the word depression. You go through something in a
down kidogo, I'm depressed.
But in real sense, you're not depressed. You're just low for the moment. So we also need to like draw that line. When you mentioned Magic's anger, one thing that hit me was sometimes another major factor that is depression is money. Though my friend, lack of money can make you depressed like crazy. It can just send you into the different zones in the world.
Yeah.
Because in order to operate, you need money.
Yeah.
In order to eat, you need money. In order to move, you need money. In order to dress, you need money. In order to afford any of the basic
you need
needs,
money.
You need, in fact, money should be added to basic needs.
I know.
Money needs to be added to basic needs. Now, food, clothing, and shelter.
Able
because
to.
you need money for all those things, And once you don't have that, it can send you to a loop where, one, you feel useless. Two, you probably end up like doing other things. Probably I can't provide for my family. I can't provide for my folks. If you are firstborn, you feel useless because you don't even have that money, And probably you don't have friends because you also don't have money to spend. You can't go out. You can't engage in just normal activities. That other people like engage in. It's just a major factor. Because me, I'm imagining, when I'm broke, I'm not rich, but when I'm broke, they always feel.
And it's just a matter of time. Ni period too.
Yeah, it's just naka ni kama dunia inaniishia in the next,
Mtu anakuuliza naambia niko tu sawa. But
then I'm like, if I'm at that period, it's because I'm broke for something. What if now utapata mbia ni pesa tu ile tu just want to have money for the sake of feeling like I have money. But I imagine that person who's now in that deep state where you actually
don't
need
have
the money, but you don't have it. Like it really causes a lot. Like it sends someone to that hole, but
you get money.
Things, at the end of it all, we are all conquerors.
But haitakuja hivyo, you have to do something for the money to come. Sindio? Okay, so we are done with the causes of depression. We can head on to explain, not to explain, to give points on how to deal with this depression. How we're going to deal with it. Okay, kuna zile basic, nikisikia depression, wengine wanasemanga I listen to music. Wengine wanasemanga like I just want to feel like I'm not alone. Like hata wengine wanafunganga di madirisha ile light ingie iwapige. They don't feel like they're in a dark place. No, they just want light. They just want they want the outside world. Asifeel kama ako lonely somewhere ako locked. Unaona?
I get that. And sometimes in order to like deal with it, because musema mental health issues, for example, is something that doesn't end. It never ends. Because it just heals then. It might come back, but a lesser version. It will always be probably a lesser version or worse. No, like but dealing with it, other thing is just get busy.
Get busy.
Get busy. Avoid being distract yourself. Avoid being up or two. As much as yes, when you're at that point where you're depressed, you don't want to do like own house. Try as much as possible to be like busy in an activity, and I'd say an activity that is not an individual activity but
It helps.
It helps because unakapo mnaweza wamake two jokes like unakuwa
busy.
Distracted, you know, unakuwa distracted so you make yourself like busy at that point. Then another beautiful thing, this is beautiful, let me tell you, if you don't do this, please start. It's called journaling. Come on, do the meaning of journaling.
Writing
down whatever is going through your head. Let me tell you, I'm not saying type, I'm saying write. You know, there's the way in which it makes it liberates. Yani una feeling ni kama, you know, kuna vitu zingine sisi kujua nikwambia, even if probably we have best friends and something like, I'm not comfortable telling you I love you, yes, but I can't tell you. Let me tell you this thing, I don't even know this thing. This thing and a paper, it goes along. If you're feeling sad, write down, I am feeling sad. Why am I feeling sad?
Because of this
because
and this.
My nail broke.
Yeah.
Nail looks better.
Hallelujah.
Write down. Because once you write down, let me tell you, it makes you feel liberated. If you don't have, yes, you can resort to like typing. Because let me tell you, if you go through my notepad, by the way, you might find something about you that probably
it makes me good.
You know, because if you anger me, if you piss me off, if you distract, I'll just write it down so that it doesn't push me to a point where now I don't want to. You know, like nimefika ile limited, it's tacky. I can't deal with myself. Journal, guys. Write. Don't know hata kama ile express book ya kasuku unakuwa unaweka kwa pillow yako chini kwa kitanda ama chini ya mattress.
Okay.
Kama venye mlikuwa
tips.
Pesa before zibadilishwe. And just, oh my God, just write. You'll thank me.
You have mentioned the notebook. So there's a time, it was my birthday. My birthday is on January, by the way. So there's this guy, he told me, I'll bring you a birthday gift. So I'm like, hey, mina ngoja. I'm like, we sataleta nini? So your imagination iko kwa vitu kubwa kubwa. Ati maybe ataniletea like a necklace. Ani vitu kubwa kubwa. So this guy comes, ananiletea present. It's well wrapped. So akili yangu like hata nikiona like mbona sikuwa na imagine kitu ati unaona. So anachukua and I'm like, thank you. Naenda kwa room, I'm opening it. A notebook. No, it was not a diary. You know, I got pissed. I blocked that guy. I'm like, bro, hizi ni nini? Like, sasa alafu nikakuja nikakaa chini, nikajiuliza, so this guy ameniletea kitabu. Like, sasa nafanya nini na kitabu? At that time sikuwa najua kuandika. Like, nafanya nini na diary? Kama vitabu zenyewe naziekanga sijui wapi huko kwa kona, diary nafanya nayo nini? Unaona? So, nimeblock. Kwanza nakumbuka I texted him like, sasa umekaa tu kona tu nilete tu diary kama birthday gift, si ndio? Nikakasirika nikablock. So this girl like akaka kama ko blocked kwa simu yangu. So baadaye nikasema hiyo ni utoto, acha tu ni unblock. So unblock nikamwambia yani tu lika tu chini uko na tu like unilete tu diary. Akaniambia juu that guy is a writer. So like ni kama akili yake alisema jumia I'm writing and stuff like most of the things kama hata andika kwa simu anaandika kwa kitabu. So akasema I thought that wanasema sijui diary it's therapeutic sijui nini whatever alisema nini hapo. And I'm like okay, in a way nilisema ni sawa tujote diary kama niko na something important sitaki kusahau, I'm just going to note down. Unaona? So akasema I forgive you like next time bwana no don't do that.
Oh, that's the most I think that's the most precious gift you can ever give.
I got to understand it by the way.
Because it goes a long way. It really goes a long way. Now what would dharau? You know the beauty with writing, the beauty with sitting down to write what you're feeling is that you don't have to sound correct.
It's you.
Because sometimes when you start, because I remember even when I started like journaling, I started journaling with your mtoi by the nikiwa mkubwa ndio when I was actually when I finished university is when I learned that it was actually called journaling. You know. But I used to write. At first, I used to write, and then I find myself justifying what I'm writing. You know, I'm like, I don't feel okay. I feel so low. I feel useless
because of this.
But
and
I'm
this.
going to But I'm going to be okay. You know, or if someone makes me feel some type of way, I find myself like trying to justify. But that's not what I'm feeling. I feel like saying F you, go to hell. So that's what that's what like I write down. You know, because after that. You feel like liberated. You say what you had to say, you know. It's a good feeling because up to now, I feel like it's like a good thing but a bad thing at the same time. I express myself better in writing. You know, like if you piss me off, I'd rather like nirudi kama tu 19 chobolo something, you know, I write you a whole paragraph, a whole letter. I write you whatever I'm writing because I don't have to be grammatically correct. I don't have to have punctuation marks.
That's me. Huo ni mimi nimeongea.
I'm like, I'll do this I continue on the next page, you know. At the end of let me tell you, unaile ukikunyonga maji baridi, sasa zile unasikia kiu intense hivyo. And then kale ka relief kwenye una
you feel okay.
Yani uko tu and you just go, oh my god. And it helps a lot. It helps a lot, you know, because then and there you have a chance to like talk to yourself. And you have a chance to like express yourself in an avenue where probably you couldn't have expressed yourself better. You have an avenue to talk things out. Because sometimes when you're depressed, you just want to talk and you want the other party to listen. So in this case, your book is the one that is listening, you know. And sometimes just put it as like you're talking to God, man, you know. Like,
of which talking to God sometimes helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
And because you can cry, you can say the things that you kuna vitu zingine hata ukisema utaandika sizo tu utaandika, lakini the moment you're talking to God, like iko kwa roho, so like unasikia ni kama you want to, unataka tu like just move it itoe hivyo. So another thing ways to deal with depression in youths, they are engaged in relationships, ndio. So mimi na chali yangu for example tumekosana, right? So like najua nikimuongelesha I'll end up talking things like zitafanya hata tukosane like more and more and more. So the best thing naweza advise mtu in that situation afanye ni just take your time off, like kama ni cut communications, just cut communications, like muongeleshane vitu mbaya, like take your time off. Wesema tu I won't be talking to him in that way, ama ha I won't be talking to him ama ha, in that way utaka ujirealize, like unaona utafanya ile obvious tumekosana, si ndio? Tumekosana, maybe tukijaribu solve our things has work, like we end up even getting mad, no, but staying away, not talking to each other, inafanya unakaa chini unajiuliza maswali, unaona. Tukiwa tunaongeleshana like we don't bring things together, like unajua hapo unakuwa depressed, like unaona hapo unakuwa so unalia saa zote unaona. But if you take time off from each other, like hapo unakaa unajirealize and you're like okay, this and this nilifanya hivi, this and this ilikuwa vibaya, hadi pia yeye uko on the other side, so unaona humuongeleshi, so kuna vitu zingine ataka sema mbona haniongeleshi by the way, kama mimi ndo nilikosea, unaona. So ile time mtarudiana mtasema nyenye nilikaa chini nikaona kenye nilifanya kitu mbaya, unaona. So hapo like una avoid kukua depressed, unaona, una avoid vitu zingine funny ku happen. Depression can lead to many things. Unaweza uwa mtoto wa wenyewe, unaona, unaweza end up hadi kujirusha. There's this case Kilifi, there's this girl alikuwa I guess wa university, alijirusha, unaona, na wengi sana kwa comment section and everyone wanasema alikuwa nini, alikuwa na depression, unaona. Na kama ni university, wengi watassume nini, ni boyfriend, right? So taking your time off, like wewe kaa tu peke yako, think of which hata pia ni mbaya juu unaweza kaa peke yako think na uamue chatu ni dead, let me just kill myself, unaona. But taking your time off is a way of dealing with your depression. And also don't try to fit in, by the way. We kubali situation yako yenye uko, like I can't fit in, like just accept everything, you know. In that way uta avoid hizo vitu kama depression. Another thing is what just be you, ndio. Just be you.
There's something you've talked about realizing yourself, and the only way you can find a solution to a problem or a way to regulate a problem, number one, is by figuring out what the problem is. After figuring out what the problem is, then it's easy for you to know what you're dealing with, so you know how to deal with it, you know. It's just that simple. Find your triggers, you know. What is triggering me to get into this state? Is it my parents? Is it my home? Is it my environment? Is it my workplace? Is it probably something I went through some time back? You know, people go through traumatic events. Could be probably having sexually harassed, sexually abused by someone. Probably an event that occurred in your life. Probably witnessed someone dying. You probably went through a heavy, especially I've not seen this thing mostly in Africa before I like digress, where if, for example, a family member of yours is involved in an accident and requires to like go through, a close family member requires to like go through intensive medical care, where even as the close family you guys in Nakalisha Chini and you're all counseling and all that, as well as the patient. I'm not saying that it's a rare thing to see in Africa.
Africa is Africa.
But yeah, that needs to change, man. It needs to change a lot because it helps people from. So sometimes even when you're sick, you find yourself, you become like depressed because you don't know what next. Especially if it's a chronic illness, you know, am I going to die? Am I going to survive? Am I okay? Probably, what is my family thinking about? How are my people going to be? How am I going to make things right? Do I still have time? So you get into a kalu people. But what I was saying is it's important to, in order to find a solution to something, find the problem. After you find the problem, finding the problem obviously is finding the trigger, you know. It becomes easier for you to know that probably this is how I'm going to deal with it. You know, this is my trigger, so I avoid this trigger. If it's, for example, the environment you're in, the work environment, you know, man, it's time for me to shift. Like, you time you on dog, so you kanyaga your way out of there, you know, because that's the only way. And as I said again, you being low doesn't mean you're depressed.
Yeah.
Understand that. Ukikaa chini, unajua depression inakwanga pia ukiwa na mood swings as low, na hormones go karibu kunyesha, if you're near your period.
I am depressed.
You don't want to eat, you don't want to talk to people, you don't want to, you don't want to interact. Man, probably it's just PMS is low, premenstrual syndrome, whatever. You're not depressed, so you guys understand, you know. And sometimes when someone probably when someone kills themselves, sometimes it's not because of depression. Not just for just quick to judge as depression. And when we look at the I'd say A to Z of mental health issues, it's so huge. It's so it doesn't it's not always depression. So it's the confuses of it. But yeah. And then also another solution to get yourself good in this summer is talking to God. Let me tell you, bongelesha God nikani beshte yangu.
Not even beshte, that's more. It's more.
You know, because akuna protocol definitely there's a way which you're supposed to pray. But there's no, I just got any time I go to man God.
Actually, there's a way you will talk in the usimpiece of no, you just.
This is the person who understands. Yani, akuna msi atai understand. Ata budako, ata masako, ata nani wako is understand as much as God can. That is if you believe in God. There's also believe in nature. You can talk to nature the way you want to go to
anything you believe in.
Able to whatever you believe in, man, because it helps a lot. Because someone who wants to judge you, just get on your knees and pray. And then also surround yourself with supportive family members. You know, surround yourself with supportive family members, supportive friends. So they also have a way of coping with you from time to time when the triggers hit you, in the point, you know, and just there's always that point.
Yes. Okay, something to add on. I'll add on also facing your fears. Face your fears. Like if you know, I mentioned something to do with adolescents, right? So in adolescent, like I'm developing, See mimi venye nilikuwa at 10 years. No, I'm now growing. Sindio? So we may notice like one of the signs that you are growing is having pimples. No. So you fear like going outside. So most of the times uko kwa nyumba tu. No. You can't even take selfies. No. Mtu hadi kuongelesha humwangali face to face. Juna unaogopa. So the moment like umekaa ukasema okay, this is adolescent. Lazima nita grow. Lazima these things that happen. Like you are facing it, you are battling that fear. Like lazima hapa to make ni mimi. So facing your fears is also good. Also pia being active, going for therapy. Kama uko na do ya kwenda therapy, my guy, you just go for therapy. It will help a lot.
True. And speaking of therapy, if you don't have the money, because therapy is expensive.
I know.
Therapy is expensive. It's really expensive. So we always have free counseling, and we have just find someone to talk to a professional. We always have free counseling. Na kuna hizo the hotlines in Kenya. So we have the EMKF, the Emergency Medicine Kenya Foundation. So contact Zao. Mr. Producer, read the contact. Okay. So 0800 723 253. That is for the EMKF. have KISII. The suicide emergency line is 0900 620 800. And we have the Kenya Red Cross Society. This one you can just dial 1199. That is 1199. And then we have the Befriend Us Kenya. That is +254. That is 0722 17817. That is 0722 17817. You can always reach out to these people. Yani, it's just therapy on your smartphone. Ukifikiria point where you feel like I am not, you want someone to talk to, but you can't talk to your friend. You talk to this person. You get someone, you talk to them, and this is someone who doesn't know you, number one, so you can feel free to tell them
anything. Yeah.
Two, this is someone who's not going to judge you. You know. Three, this is someone, you know, when you go to a therapist, just be open. You can be free with hajui mamako, hajui budako,
Si ati atakusema.
you just feel free. Talk to them. You know, tell them how you're feeling. If you call me, for example, as a friend, and you want to vent, and you find my phone is off, or I don't pick my phone, just dial 1199. You know, that's for the Red Cross. Or the other numbers, you can just rewind this video and see. And just talk to someone samachapia jirani, you know, because it goes a really long way. Yeah.
It's true. Okay, guys, we are almost winding up. Now, before tumalize, I wanted to leave you with a word of encouragement. Pain is part of growing. Like, there's no way your life will ever be smooth. No. There's no way ati venye ulizaliwa ukipewa whatever you are being given mpaka sahi ati itakuwa tu hivyo nywe, you just be given lazima utaface discrimination, ndio? Lazima utaface vitu mingi sana zenye zitakulet down. So don't let that pain ati ikuwe ndio mwisho wako, like define who you are. Hapana, lazima pain itakuwa, lazima utasonga, lazima we must grow, lazima we get that whatever we want to get, ndio? So unazoea tu, and you ujue tu how, ways on how to deal with whatever you are going through. Jo, lazima pain itakuwa. The same way lazima utagonjeka. Sio na kugonjeka iko hapo hata kama utagongwa, hiyo umeumia. So lazima itakuwa. So it's part of growing, so you better get used to it.
So I give a parting shot.
Yeah.
My word of advice for you is it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to go through mental health issues, because at the end of the day we are all human. How you deal with it is what really matters. How you deal with it is what really matters. How you choose to handle it is what really matters. Who you surround yourself with is what really matters. And the will to get out of that place or that hole called depression means that you are strong, means that you are strong-willed, means that you are capable, and means that you can get out of it. So it's okay. It's okay to feel low. Anyway, it's okay to feel
low
from time to time. It's okay to like go underground from time to time, but don't let that kick you. As I said earlier on, I gave the example of Nick Vujicic, who's my let me not say idol, but I look up to him big time. It says, if you fall 100 times, make sure that you collect yourself 100 times and soldier on. Evo 2 to 3. Always seek for help. You can seek for help from the numbers that we've said as well. Talk to someone. Talk to your neighbor if you're feeling some type of way. Talk to your friend. End up work, I just talk to a stranger. No. Just open up. Don't die alone. Like, don't die with problems alone. And my final piece of advice: if you've ever been in that situation and you've overcome depression, you know how much work it takes.
It's true.
It's a lot of work to get out of that state. So don't let anybody, don't let your mother, your father, your lover, your teacher, your sister, your brother, don't let nobody like bring you out of that particular place. Don't let anybody like jeopardize your mental health. You have worked. It is a guide. You know how much work it is. It is a lot of work to like try and get out of that place. So once you're out, my sister, my brother, man safeguard. Na kama kuna mtu mwenye anajaribu kumesnayo, avoid those people.
Avoid. Wenye kusaidia uwezi kujenga. All right. So thank you guys for your time. And don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, on Channel 7 News TV East Africa, and Kenya News Alert TV. So thank you guys for that, and have a nice weekday.
Adios.